station didn't have it. If you guys don't have it as a whole, that is pretty weird then. But yes, I am such a nerd that getting fuel in different countries, including Australia here, would literally be an experience for me. I would look forward to it because everything, is different. The pumps are different. The way you do it, looking at the different fuels and octanes and stuff. I don't know why. I would enjoy it a lot. I think it'd be cool. Also, she mentioned if someone wasn't there at night, I don't know what you would do there. I'm assuming they wouldn't let that happen. So maybe there is someone, like an attendant there, each hour of the day, even into the night. You'll have to let me know. POV, you're a very confused American in Australia. What? What are we doing here? I don't know if that would get copyrighted. Probably not. Okay, everyone's kind of dressed up, doing some sort of dance. And it's very coordinated. I'm assuming this must be something everyone knows. And our camera person is American and they have no idea what's going on. I'm American. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, it looks like a fun party. People are dancing. Like, yeah, we do that here. But it says hashtag a nut bush. Hashtag just Aussie things. What? I mean, everyone knows it. It is like a cool dance that everyone's doing. What the heck? And if we look at the comments, I don't even remember doing this in primary school, but somehow I know it. I suggest you learn it ASAP. I swear when Australians are born, we are already programmed to know how to do the nut bush. What? So wait, the nut bush isn't a dance in other places? I legit thought it was a dance everyone everywhere did. What on earth? I feel not dumb, but I feel like out of the loop.
I'm going to tell you everything I fucking hate. I'm just kidding. I'm going to tell you all the crazy shit that goes on here that doesn't happen in the States. Starting off with numero uno. If I'm talking to somebody and they're referring to their dad, you would think they would say, my dad, right? Mm-mm. Dad took me to the store. Dad dropped me out. What do you mean, dad? It's your dad, babe. It's not my dad. It's your daddy. But for real.
Oh, that doesn't pause it. Whoops. Yeah, that is different. Is that common? People would usually say my dad to someone that's not part of their family here. My dad did this. My dad is like this. But I've known a couple people here in the U.S. who are Americans that like say dad, talking about their dad, and everyone else around there is just supposed to know that, even though that's not our dad, if that makes sense. Definitely not like a big deal or anything, but maybe a slight difference if that's more common there. That is kind of funny.
Those signs like no shoes, no shirt, no service. That's nothing here. They'll serve you no matter what. Everybody here loves nicknames. Like I'll tell somebody my name is Grace and then they'll already be calling me Gracie. Or if
that's cool.
Name, they'll automatically shorten it.
I want to meet like a bunch of Australians in Australia and see how many nicknames I get, right? See how creative it really gets. Because I know you guys are the geniuses at nicknames, like the kings of the nickname, and I really admire that. I think it's awesome.
Avocado. If you look at a menu, never will say avocado. Avo. Avo. Can I have avo toast? Or arvo.
That's
arvo
awesome.
Means afternoon. That kind of relates to lingo. Like
I'm going to eat avo toast in the arvo. Not in the morning. I prefer it in the arvo. I don't know.
How you going? Instead of how you doing? How are you doing?
Yeah, how you going?
Obviously, they drive. Actually, it's not obvious because I didn't know they drive on the left side of the road until I got here.
How you gone? Yeah. I'll never get it right, but I'll do my own spin on it, That's how I open my videos usually.
But they do drive on the left side of the road. They also walk on the left side of the street. But what I didn't get was that...
It would make sense,
This really shook me. I went to a Pilates class when I first got here. And you know how normally we start everything with like the right side? They start everything with the left side, which I guess kind of makes sense. Another one, they don't have Venmo here.
Wow.
Instead, to like transfer money to someone, you have their routing number and their bank account number. Everybody here has heaps of tattoos.
They have to have money apps. Like PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, right? That's a thing in Australia, I imagine.
Piercings, mullets, mustache. The fashion here is very like business casual. The shorts that go all the way down to your knees. The freaking birds are the loudest things. They sound to me like minions. Like nobody here's fat. Everybody's always working out. Everybody has abs. Everybody's...
You know, it makes it look like that on media. I'm sure there's people of every body size, like just like in a lot of countries, like that's real, right? But it does up here. You know, maybe it's a lot of the beach towns, and I know like 90% of Australians live towards the coast. So, I mean, maybe it's that. I mean, for one, I know you guys probably have access to much better food more often, and, you know, great fitness culture, which that combined with you're on the beach, you know, you don't want to be covered up all the time. So you want to look good, right? You have a lot of incentive to be in shape in Australia, it seems like. Everyone talks about the snakes and spiders in Australia, but why does no one talk about this? What's it going to be? Holy crap. Giant bats. I thought there were birds at first. Yeah, they're huge. At sunset, right? Or just after sunset in, you know, my property here in Illinois. And it's pretty weird, right? It's not like this. You'll see just maybe a few, like, flying around. It's not like in droves like this. But they're a lot smaller. They're a lot smaller. And you can tell them apart from birds for sure. These are definitely bigger. And that's a whole swarm of them, too. I would be a little freaked out if I saw that. Not going to lie. I just think of rabies and disease when I think of bats, so yikes.
Things in Australia that just make sense.
Okay.
Dual flush toilet.
Yes, that is freaking awesome. Why isn't that standard everywhere?
Switches
I love
on
it.
outlets.
Yep.
No
Like
tipping
it?
at restaurants.
Yes, please.
Foot showers.
Whoa, foot showers? What? That's freaking cool. Never heard of that.
Store shop signs above on sidewalk.
You know what? I did notice this in walking
Above on
videos. I realized that I've seen this, but I didn't actually notice it. So that's the proper way to say that. Until right now, this is actually kind of cool. Right? You have these signs against the building for like when you're out in the street, I suppose, driving by or on the other side of the street. But you can't, you know, you don't really need to see those when you're walking this way because they're right by them. So these make more sense. That's actually kind of cool. And it's especially helpful for when you're, you know, 3 or 4 stores down from somewhere. You're looking for this, you know, so-and-so ice cream shop. You might be able to see it better with these signs rather than if they were on the side, you really can't see them once you're 2 shops away. That's smart.
Every mall has a supermarket.
Yeah, that one is so freaking cool. I still can't wrap my head around that because we just don't do that, and I haven't been to an Australian mall in person. I just feel like I've heard Australian malls are awesome.
Okay, so shopping centers in Western Australia, or maybe just Australia as a whole, are just so much better than the ones from back home. And they have
That one looks nice
stores.
inside.
They got Aldi, they got this place called Coles.
Wow.
They got every freaking restaurant and cuisine that you can think of.
Damn.
And it's just so nice. Like, seriously.
Look at all that. Wow.
I feel like I'm in Dubai. And like they have a pharmacy
Yeah.
too.
That place is nice. It's so big. Like malls are usually like, you know, we've had big malls here in the US as well. But ironically, they have a good variety of things, at least it seems like it. But then again, they don't have almost anything she's mentioned, right? The fact that you actually have Aldi's and Kohl's or whatever, like, also just in the mall is awesome.
And the shopping centers, it's like crazy. They call it chemist.
And you have a chemist in there.
Chemart?
What the
I
heck?
don't know. Yeah, they call it Chemarts.
Kmart? Okay, we used to have Kmart in the US. For some reason we don't, but you guys still do. It's a little weird. But come on. Kmart? What? It's Kmart. What the heck? What?
But I need to go
Oh
buy
my
some
God.
more stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? To remind you
Okay.
guys, I'm at a shopping center and they have a whole deli here.
In the mall? Okay. Yeah, Australian malls are peak. They're freaking awesome. Your malls win. 100%.
Like,
Look at that.
selling meat.
Okay, you can literally do it all. You can get it all done at an Australian mall / shopping center. The name is to be taken literally. Shopping center. You could do anything you could imagine. That's freaking